Hello, my name is Veronica and welcome into the Learning Lab. And in today's lab, I'd like to share with you what I have done with some tags that I received through a Yahoo group I was a member of when we did a tag swap probably 8 or so years ago. Come on in and let's get started. This particular tag swap was hosted by Bridget. And Bridget sent back to us tags that we had sent to her to be distributed. And I love this little key that's on her paper clip. But they came in this little folio. And I just love what she did here. But when you open it, over here on the side, she made a pocket. And she gave us an example of what you can do with the tags. And I love how she chose the paper and then had this heart punched through as a reinforcer. Cool. And then on the inside, this dress one, I was like, yeah, I need to duplicate that. But I don't know if I want to put in the time to it that Bridget did. It was just gorgeous. And underneath was a cute little ephemera. And then over here, this was her thanks and her little message to us for playing along. I love this old gramophone and how she put music notes on there. And then she stamped this across the bottom. You're my type of friend. I mean, she put thought into this because look at the type that's up there. And then, of course, this little pointy finger that we all love. And they all fit down into here. Here's a layer. Here's a layer. And I can put this one right here. There she is. There's my thanks. And then this little folio closes. And then I just put my paper clip on there. And I thought it was so cute. So as I was going through binge watching movies, looking for something to do, I came across my tag container. So let me, I have some pictures that I decided to take along the way, and you guys all know I'm a container girl, but I'm going to pop in some of what these look like prior to my making them up. And I think these came from somewhere, so let me stick them here until I can figure out where. So let's start here. I basically kept it the way it was. I did some distress inks in the background, and then I did a little water lifting on it. And I'll bring it up closer so you can see where I actually lifted some off to really get that background going. I'll use some of my brads that we all have and rarely use. And on top of there, I stuck a little purple gemstone. There are these leaves again from Heartfelt Creations, so are the flowers. This is that same white die cut that you saw on my fairies, but I just colored it in purple since I cut them out in white. And some of the quotes I use, I found these vellum quotes, the color book that I had ordered from Joann online. I can't even tell you when, but it's filled with these awesome quotes on vellum. So I grabbed that out and used that to help to create some of these tags. This one was the last one I was working on because obviously I've not tied my twine around there. But again, I went and pulled out some colors. I know my color palette. And so these are just some yarn ribbons. I think I got these at Michael's, and I bagged them up by color family. So one of my color families I am missing, and I think it may be inside of another container with a project that I was working on. But when it came time to do these, I just went ahead and used what I had because I didn't want to go digging for those. And another one that matches this, of course, are those jot flowers and these jot stickers. That's my color palette, y'all, and I'm not running from it. So there is that one. I did this one at the same time. And you can see where some of the coloring is very similar, because I didn't want to keep getting 13 different colors of ink pads. So once I had those inks out, I was like, let me just make what I can. Here's that same one again that's down here in purple, except I did one side in the mustard yellow and then the other side I think is ripe persimmon. These flowers were already pre-made, and I just went into my tray and pulled out what I wanted to use. This is my tray of flowers that I've created. I have like 3 of these trays with different flowers in them. And again, I know my color palette, so when it's time for me to create, I can just go in here and pull out what I need. Oh, this is air-dried paper clay. Isn't that gorgeous? I think I did a video on this, generally of one kind of flower that I make, and these fit nicely over into that large 12 by 12 iris box that they sell. This container, 2 of them fit in there, and that is how I store my flowers. So again, when I sit down and start to create, I just go and grab this, and I have something ready to go on my project. And that's what happened with these 2. I pulled out 3 stamp sets, travel, romance, and inspiration. And that was all I wanted to do. And again, these came from a video technique that I did for Crafter's Companion. And let me just pull this out for just a second. This was the bowl that I used. Once I had finished with that, I just sat coloring these in again as I binged watch some TV. And here are some of my white ones that are in there that can be cut apart and used on whatever I need them to be. So sometimes I will just sit and cut out leaves and different things. So then when I'm ready to start creating, I can just grab something out and it will go nicely on whatever card I have. Now, another thing I did was I pulled out some of my small Cuttlebug ones. This one is almost like a stitch, and it's just a small square. This one, I'm not even sure if I used it at all. But what happened around here is I used a circle one, and I just ran it through my little small machine 4 times to get that. And then I took some of my Sakura pens and used my water brush, and I just went across the top of that. And in real life, IRL, they actually shine and glisten because I use the metallic ones. And then here was just, again, from the bowl. And then the ribbon actually came from Bridget. When she sent this to us, she sent us a cachet of ribbon. So I'm going to continue on with my tag share. I'll put up a picture of the blank one if I have it, and then I'll show you how I transformed it using some Distress inks, my Sakura markers, and some fibers. This palette is not necessarily mine, but you can see how I did try to bring those colors out and make them a little bolder. This one goes together, and I haven't fully decided how I want to finish this off. I want to put something over here, whether it's lace or something. I need something there. But I do like that little scene. And these are the ribbons that Bridget included in our box. And I still have a few more to go. So I've stacked them up in the way that I plan to do them. But this is how the majority of them came. Now this little Christmas one, I'm definitely ready to do it. These two, the wintry ones. So ready. The buggy, I actually have some little baby feet that are on one of the cuddle bugs that I can put there. I have some baby folders that will fit right in there. And oh, these girls, I'm ready for them. I put them all together so that when I start to create with them, they will all be done at the same time using similar colors and similar embellishments. This was a fun swap. And like I said, this had to have been at least 8 years or so ago. Had to have been. And these tags were in here, and I was sitting down and decided to go through, see what I could work on once I was able to get up and get about again. This is what has been on my table while I've been crafting and creating. And out of everything on here, oh man, don't ask me why, but I just keep coming back to that one. I absolutely love it. As always, thank you for joining me in the lab today. Please be sure to check out my blog where I hope to have posted some stills from this so that you can see exactly what was done on the tags.